Hey everyone, Dwayne Davis. A lot of you guys have been asking me how I tie my hooks that I use on my carp fishing rigs. I tie a double leader, so you can see it there, with the loop at the end. And this is what I fish with 100% of the time when I'm carp fishing. So I thought I'd do a little video and give you a little tutorial on how I tie them, and hopefully it'll help you if you decide you want to tie your own hooks as well. I'm going to be using today my new full pull hooks that I'm coming out with. I've got a size 1, a size 2, and a size 4. And they all work really good for yellow carp, and the size 4 work really good for the buffalo. They really pick them up well. And I'm really thrilled with what I have here. All right, so the first thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need a board. As you can see here, and I've already got one of my hooks there. As you can see here, I got a board with a bunch of nails in it. So what this is for is to measure the length of your leader. So you see I've got a short distance, I got a medium, and I got a long. To be honest with you, the only one I ever use is the medium. I've got it dialed in. That distance has been perfect for me. Every now and again, if the fishing is real slow, I might try a different leader length just to see if it makes a difference, but I found for the most part it doesn't. The next thing you're going to need is a piece of line. I've already clipped this one, but it needs to be about, I don't know, 2 foot, 18 inches, something like that, long. And so all you got to do, so you take the two ends, and you match them up. I guess you can see that. And then what you do is you run your fingers down the line and you put a crease in the middle. And that's just so you can see where the middle is when you're putting the hook on there. All right, now this is really important. When you tie my hooks, and this may not be true with all hooks because it's all based on the bend of the shaft, the offset, and everything else. Mine has a very slight tilt up on the eye of the hooks. Not a lot, but it's just a little bit. All right, and it's got an offset that works really good, helps them pick it up very well. All right, so when you tie my hook, you want to make sure the barb and the point are pointed down, and you want to pinch your two fingers together like that. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to run your line through the eye, just one piece of the line through the eye, and then pull it to that crease that we just made. All right, so you got the crease, you got your line on there. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to take and you want to push it up the shaft of the hook. And I'm hoping it's not too blurry, but I think it's focusing in on me and not the hook. All right, and then you hold it with your two fingers. You hold the line after you pushed it up. All right, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take the top line, the line that's loose, and you want to wrap it 8 times around the shaft of the hook. And you want to do it tightly and slowly work your way out towards the eye of the hook because you're creating the snail knot. All right, so just 1, 2, 3. And if it starts, you see how it's starting to wrap up like that? What I'll do is just grab it with my mouth and pull it out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So the next thing you want to do is once I pull it, you don't ever just let go because it'll start unraveling. What I do is I run it through these two fingers and just kind of pinch it just to keep it tight so that it doesn't start unraveling down the hook. All right, so then the next thing I'm going to do with the other hand is I'm going to take the line, I'm going to feed it right back through in the same direction as the tag line hanging down. So I'll just run it through, and I normally use my teeth a lot. Let me run it through. I can probably do it without it. All right, and then I pull it. Well, I normally use my teeth so I can slowly, now you see the line around my finger? I'm going to grab it with these fingers and slowly pull it tight so I don't ever get loose on the shaft. All right, you don't ever want to get loose. The next thing I'll do is I'll hold it tight with my mouth and I'll pull the line that I haven't messed with yet. I'll just pull it, the underneath line, and just pull it, and it'll cinch up the hook. So I'll pull this, and then I'll get both of them, and I'll pull again. Fairly easy. Now here's the important part as to why I was telling you want to tie it with the hook down. All right, you want your line coming out the top of the eye. And the reason why you want that, when you jerk, when it's on the top of the eye, it will cause the hook to drive into the fish. If it's coming out the bottom of the eye when you jerk, or when you're pulling the fish or reeling him in, it'll cause it to want to tilt back and dump the fish. And that's true with any hook. So you just want to pay attention to that when you tie a hook, because every hook goes one way or the other based on how it comes out. So you want to make sure you got it so that it's pulling in to the fish's mouth. You don't want to pull and pull it out. All right. So here's where our board comes in handy. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hook on one of the nails, and then I'm going to wrap around the other. And all I'm doing now is creating my loop. So I'll pinch it and create my loop, and then I'll take the hook, and it's easier just to unhook it. And so now I've got my loop in my hand. This is the loop that's going to be, where where your swivel hook's onto. So what you do then is you wrap it around your fingers. I'm going to try to undo my finger so you can see what I'm doing here. So you wrap it around, and then you take this loop here and you twist it. You twist it and then go back through. And you go back through. Now this is important, because if you don't do that twist, and it'll make what they call like a figure eight. If you don't do that twist, then it'll just slide and come untied. So you got to make sure you put that twist in there. I had to learn that the hard way. Sitting on the side of Perry's carp lake with Bill Messer teaching me, I had to keep practicing until I figured it out. And then I'll put it back on the nail, the loop, so that it's easy to pull. It's hard to hold on to with your fingers. I'll pull the hook, and then I'll take the tag lines and I'll pull them. And then I'll go back to the hook and I'll just give it a little tug again. And then I'll pull that again. One more time. And then that's all there is to it. And then all you got to do is clip the tag line, and you're ready to go. And I forgot my scissors, or I'd do it right now. And then you'll have your finished product. If the using of the nail helps you to keep your leader the same length from hook to hook, and it also helps you keep your loops close to the same. It doesn't have to be perfect. What you really care about is the length of your leader. If your loop if this is different from hook to hook, it's not that big a deal. As long as it's not way down here, it's not really going to affect anything, as long as your leaders are the same. And most fishermen that I did fish with, we use a double hook rig, where we hook it like that right there, and we have two hooks hanging down. So I hope this was helpful for you. If there's any questions, feel free to message me or post in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer them. If you need me to do another video of some sort to help you understand it, I'll be glad to. Now, this will help you tie any hook you want to tie. And if you're looking at mine, I will also be selling them pre-tied. So if you're one of those fishermen who don't want to worry about it, then you have that option as well. But I thank you, and God bless you.